Conor McGregor, unstoppable on the ring and outside the ring. He dominates his opponents physically and psychologically. Often compared to Muhammad Ali, McGregor looks always in control and with unshakable confidence. But is he really always so confident and in control, or is he putting on a show? Let's dig a little bit deeper. So you will see in this interview that as the interviewer puts the screws on him, Conor McGregor will show many signs of an unconfident person. Let's see.
Jose Aldo. Do you have any feeling that he may not turn up on the night?
Don't think he'll be there.
So first sign, McGregor is usually a guy who always looks at people in the eyes. What is he doing here instead? He's looking away. So when someone looks away, it can mean two things. Either they are not being very forthcoming or they are not being very comfortable.
I just don't think he'll be there. He didn't show up the last time. We'll see.
Here is another huge sign. Conor McGregor looks at people in the eyes and rarely looks down. Here we have it, long, prolonged gaze downward.
Have you just got a hunch, a feeling that he just doesn't want to face you?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. Now, if you know Conor McGregor at all, you know that he's an overflowing, gushing guy. He's extremely talkative. Instead, here he says, yeah. He's at a loss of words.
Based on history, he's pulled out of 5.
History.
You can see here also that he's not very good at putting his thoughts into words. And this is something that you've probably experienced yourself, either when you're giving a presentation or where you're in an interview, or when you are in any situation where you are not fully confident with yourself. Look here, how he's having difficulties at expressing himself.
Eye contact, words,
See? It's a little detail, but it's telling.
mind frame. I am the champion.
Now we will see another extremely interesting one. The interviewer here will force Conor McGregor on the defensive, and you will see that Conor McGregor is not comfortable in this position.
Well, you're actually the interim title holder at the moment.
So he's basically saying, no, you are not the champion. So now McGregor has two choices. Either he keeps confirming he's the champion, or he backtracks.
I'm a 3-time world champion.
He confirms he's the champion.
At the moment, you're the interim featherweight champion.
But the interviewer doesn't take that, and he repeats again, you are not 100% the champion here.
And at the moment, he holds the belts.
At the moment, I'm the Cage Warriors World Featherweight Champion. I'm the Cage Warriors World Lightweight Champion. I'm the UFC 145-pound featherweight.
So you can see his leg is shaking here. His hands are twitching. He's caressing his own hands.
Champion.
See?
But when you beat Jose, you...
It's interesting, though, that he's trying to put up a parvence of confidence because his head is extremely cocked. But the fact that he's so farther away pushed back, it makes me think that he's doing that on purpose to hide the fact that he's actually being out of his water here.
become the unified champion.
Leg shaking again. Now that was extremely interesting again. So the interviewer keeps going at him. McGregor says, that's quite a bit unfriendly there. And now there is a moment of pause. So now what happens when there is a pause and nobody speaks? Usually there is pressure on both speakers to break the silence. And the first one who breaks the silence is the first one who was given into the pressure. Let's see here who caves in first.
Okay, that's...
Again, McGregor, not only he caves in, but he's got to admit that the interviewer was right.
He has one, I have one. My one's... You're only as good as your last one. His last one.
15 months ago.
There you are. He tried to be a bit like, yeah, whatever. But you can see now he touches his belt, he fixes his position on the seating. He is very unconfident here.
Who's the champion? Who's the champion there? It's not going to happen.
Is there...
And you can see also a fake
Like a
smile.
safe that's in your brain that's locked and it just doesn't
I don't
open that
know.
door.
I'm not a neurologist.
Here you have the fake smile, again fix his shirt, and you will see another very important sign now that he does not want to be here.
I'm not a neurologist. I just cannot
Handshaking
see
again.
it. I cannot feel it. So
He looks away. So
cannot
when
feel it.
somebody is
So
looking away, this way, so
John believed in
obviously, so
me
strongly,
and
it's a clear sign that they
feel
do
it.
not want to be there. They are looking for an exit. They don't want to be with you. McGregor here is very uncomfortable.
So John believed.
So I wanted to show you this one as a difference. We often can learn about what the body language says about someone when we know how the person behaves in different scenarios. In this scenario here, Conor McGregor is very confident. Look how he behaves.
Believed in me and made me believe in myself that we could go and do it.
See, his hand gesture are smooth. He's not touching
before us, there
himself.
was
He
no
doesn't need to. He make open palm gesture. His legs are splayed. His voice is lower. He can find the words to speak, and he looks at the interviewers in the eye. It's completely the opposite of what was seen before. Here,
Irishman.
he's confident. Before, he was unconfident.
There was no as far as the UFC were concerned.
Sounds romantic.
Now, I love this one for a simple reason. Here, McGregor looks
He can
very
talk all
confident
he
and in
wants, but,
control, but we will see that he's actually not. So you can see upright position, splayed legs. He wants to have a parvens of confidence.
Face to face, man to man, they crumble.
But here is how I know that it's not. His hand gesture are very quick. It's very jerky movements. He moves them a bit very quick, and he goes back to calm base. He goes back to his resting position so quickly.
And every time I face.
He moves the hand a bit and right back. When you are confident, your movements are smooth, and you can change your position. You don't feel the need to go back to the armrest chair position.
Against one of these individuals, they break. So he will be no different. He will be no different.
Here's a quick question. Obviously, your sport is different than boxing, than just pure boxing. You are.
Look at this one. He fixes his position again, and have you noticed he's caressing the armchair as if the armchair needed a bit of comforting.
You are the
There you are. Well, I think that the one who needed a bit of comforting here was McGregor himself.
same weight as.
Now there is another very interesting one.
Second round. I'm not happy I didn't get the finish, but midway through the second, I got that injury.
So the guy here is Dana White, and you will notice that Dana takes a leader position and McGregor happily takes a follower position. So the first thing you will notice is proximity. When somebody pulls you in, it's sometimes a bit of way of saying, I own you, you belong to me. Also, you can notice the hand position. Dana doesn't simply rest his hand on his shoulder, but it's almost like clinching. Usually, when you rest your hand on a friend of yours, it's more like of an open palm. It's more like of a padding position. Here, it's more like an hawk, like putting his nails inside of his skin.
You must improvise, adapt, and overcome, because anything can happen inside this octagon. So,
Conor McGregor, you're a unique cat.
Now, don't get me wrong, Dana White is still friendly to McGregor, and you will see now.
And the hype is deserved, sir.
There you are, head bow. Usually when people bow their head at you, it's a way of paying their due respect and say, hey, I appreciate you.
Can't wait to see you again. Conor McGregor, ladies and gentlemen.
thank you, brother. And that flight of Ireland.
However, make no mistake, Dana White is the leader and McGregor is the follower, and we will see more about it now. So first McGregor is explaining what happened. It looks a bit like as if he's making excuses, to be honest.
Never apologize.
There you are. Dana White wiggle his finger at him. That's a very dominant thing to do. Boom. And he says, you never apologize for a win. When somebody tells you how you should behave and you accept that, the person telling you how to behave is taking the leader role, and the person accepting it is taking the follower position. Here, Dana is the leader, Conor McGregor is the follower. Also importantly, Dana White is asking McGregor how is he doing, if everything is alright. That's what leaders usually do. So you got, for example, the organizer of a party, and then is the guy who goes around asking, are you alright, are you having fun, is everything okay? That's what Dana is doing here. He's making sure that he's alright. Of course, Conor McGregor is also the golden goose for Dana White, but that again goes to reinforce the fact that Dana is the leader, is the boss, and McGregor is the employee, is the follower. Now, here is a big one where Conor McGregor looks very, very weak. So Eddie Alvarez throws the chairs at him, and McGregor suddenly goes off like a rocket. So that's the first problem here. Important people, powerful people, they are in control of things around them and of people around them, but most of all, they are in control of themselves. When we see McGregor losing it so quickly, he's telling us that he's a bit too jumpy, he's a bit too nervous. So second problem here. He picks the chair a couple of times and then he drops it. Picks the chair again and he drops again. Powerful people, people who are in control, they decide on a course of action and stick with it. When Conor McGregor drops the chair 3 different times and picks it up again, it looks like he's a bit tentative, he's lost. Here's another one here. He gets picked up. Now, if you're an adult man and somebody picks you up from the floor, that's a bit demeaning. And also, we're talking about an MMA top world champion fighter here, and he can get stopped by a single person here? That doesn't look too good on you, does it? Now, of course, that was staged, most likely, right? But that's not an excuse. Actually, if you stage something, that's all the more of a reason why you should look powerful. Look at the difference with this other most famous pre-conference fight. So that's Tyson, and Lewis is about to appear. Boom. Tyson goes there straight, nobody's blocking him, and when somebody's blocking him, he goes to punch him, and the brawls ensues. Now we can all agree that this is silly, that this is a game, we can all agree that violence is not good, but if you have to stage something, then you rather look powerful, like Tyson did here, than look like a weak, small rooster getting picked up and thrown around like McGregor did. So here is another one where McGregor actually is far from the top of his game. This is from the official promo, and that's why I was a little bit surprised of seeing it here. So we got a few images where McGregor looks cool and shit, and we get this, where he does not look all cool and shit.
Fucking pimp! Fucking guilty, Mick! And without me, this whole fucking shit sinks!
So what's wrong with this video here? Well, the problem is that he's very jerky, he jumps around, he's got high-pitched voice, he speaks very fast. He looks a little bit like a little angry chihuahua. Let's look instead how a powerful person would look like.
Senator, you can have my answer now if you like. My offer is this. Nothing.
Now, of course, McGregor is not a mobster nor an actor, but that does not change the fact that the Godfather is someone you will take seriously and listen to, while McGregor banging his palms against the desk, that looked like a baby having a temper. So the last one I wanted to show you is of McGregor facing off Mayweather. So right off the bat, McGregor is moving a bit and Mayweather just stands still. Now he moves his arms. I start rocking on his body. This doesn't look too good though, because the rule is that powerful people move little and they make the people around them move. Now he starts dancing around, and Mayweather still doesn't take the bait and stands there. Now, don't get me wrong, McGregor's got some amazing dance moves there. However, his position starts becoming more and more untenable. He's trying to get a raise, he's trying to get a reaction out of Mayweather, but he just doesn't take the bait.
It's the money tip.
Now he's talking at him more and more, and the music actually stopped.
Control your bitch.
Again, getting even physically close to him. Now, don't get me wrong, Mayweather here doesn't look great either because it's unnaturally stiff. However, compared to McGregor, he's winning this face-off. Now McGregor talks at him. Again, jerking motion, doesn't look good. Here is an interesting movie. McGregor put his hand on his ear as if to say, "What did you just say?" Now, this can be a powerful move. When you put your hand on your ear and you make somebody repeat, that's very strong because with a single hand motion, you make some other person react to you and follow your lead. But here it's clearly a fake because we know that Mayweather didn't say anything. So at the end, Conor McGregor just has to give up, turn around, and close the face off. And here it is, guys. Thank you everyone for watching it. And by the way, I want to make one thing clear. This is no dig at Conor McGregor. I think he's an amazing guy and I think he's an example for many of us. What I just want to say is that even the best of us, even beyond the strongest, solid parvens of confidence, in the end, we're all just trying our best. And sometimes we nail it to perfection, some other times not so much. It happens to you as much as it happens to Conor McGregor.